You do speak English, you do understand what I'm saying, but every time you have to put your English to use, you get stuck. Somehow you lack confidence. You kind of get delayed in your words. You feel that you don't get people's full attention just because you missed the correct timing in the conversation. Is that correct? Well, believe me, you are not alone in this. I have gone through this myself since English is my second language. I'm not saying that nowadays my English is perfect, but I do have the confidence when I communicate in English. On my journey learning English, I have gone through different methodologies, different courses, and I can point exactly when I started feeling the difference when communicating in English. And this is what I would like to share with you today. Just before I get into that, I would like to say that very soon the subtitles here are going to go away. And the reason behind it, it's because if you struggle to understand what I am saying without the subtitles, then I have to say that perhaps this is really not the video for you right now. Keep on doing your course, keep on getting a little bit more of input, learning the language, and once you feel that you are understanding English a little bit better, then you come back to me and benefit from this video. Right now, just worry about getting your message through. It doesn't matter if it's right, if it's wrong, if you've got grammar mistakes or not, it doesn't matter. Just get to communicate yourself. You're going to think about improving your English and bringing it to a next level once you handle the basics with confidence. Okay? Alright, subtitles gone. It's just you and me now. Even my cats are gone. And to start, I would like to share with you a little bit of my background. As I said before, English is my second language. I'm Brazilian, my mother language is Portuguese. And I started learning English when I was 13. I taught English for more than 10 years now, but this is not my job necessarily. I live in Moscow, in Russia. It is minus 13 degrees outside today, a beautiful sunshine, a lovely day despite the weather. But I don't teach English. My job here is as a primary classroom teacher. I have a classroom of 15 children. They are 4 years old. They come from different parts of the world, and my job is to actually teach them the different areas of the British curriculum in English. But I do not necessarily teach them English, the language English as an additional language. When I first left Brazil at the age of 22, I could communicate myself in English fairly well. And in fact, lots of people tell me, of course you speak English very well, Amanda. You've lived abroad, you have been working within the British educational system for a while now. But I have to say that when I first moved to London, I could speak English fairly well. It was decent. I could get good jobs and get new friends from different parts of the world because I was able to communicate myself confidently. So from my point of view, when people say, oh, it's not really possible to learn English without living abroad, I have to say that this was not true for me at least. There was a time in which I have learned some key points of the language, and immediately I felt the difference in my confidence. I would feel more empowered when communicating in English. And that's the whole idea of this video here, to share some of these points with you. And the proposal today is to replace one verb. Let's think about the verb to think. There's nothing wrong with that verb, please don't get me wrong here. But the idea is to use some expressions when starting a sentence. Expressions that hopefully are going to empower you the same way that they did to me every time I got to use one of them. For example, as far as I know, as far as I'm concerned, or I believe, or even to be a little bit more fancy, I strongly believe, I've got the impression, or in my opinion, or from my point of view, or from my experience. Every time you're expressing your thoughts, instead of saying, I think, if you start with one of these expressions, you are going to see that you are going to get people's full attention, you are going to get all eyes on you, and you are going to feel more empowered when talking. And once you start a sentence full of confidence, full of power, I'm sure that the rest of the conversation is going to easily flow. Okay, so just to see if you got the idea here, let's give it a try. Here in the comment area of this video, I would like you to write about your impressions of the life of a Brazilian living in a country like Russia, where the weather conditions are so different from the ones we have in Brazil. How do you picture my life here? Give me your opinion, give me your thoughts. But remember, try to use some of the expressions that we have just talked about. Okay? I'm looking forward to reading your comments. See you very soon. Thank you. Bye.